So today we're gonna save a little money, and the easy way for a DIY. Before I go into the video, I'm gonna show you can make all this here 1.7 gallon for $5. 75 ounce for $10. You can see the difference. And it works just as good. Almost just as good. Almost. Okay? Depending on how you like it. Now before I go into the mixings and stuff, and it's very easy. The formula for us is very easy. 10% of this, you take 10% out and you put 10% in. Actually, I'm sorry, 10% of the total on this. This is 50 ounce, so it's 5 ounce. So you would take 5 ounce out of here and you replace it with 5 ounce of this. That's it. And then shake it well. But before I go into the ingredients, we're going to learn a little bit why we're doing it. Okay? And surprisingly, you are going to see a lot of these on the market. And all you have to do is look at the ingredients. You will see most soap now, it's made out of sodium Laureth sulfate. They'll add sodium chloride to thicken, and they'll add Cocamidopropyl Betaine. That is actually, these are foaming. This one right here, sodium Laureth sulfate foaming, but it's also a neutralizer / cleaning. This one is a booster. It's a foaming booster. Okay? And guess what? Famous people use them. Sodium chloride, sodium Laureth sulfate, and the boosting agent is equivalent to that. Okay? But because we're using this ingredient, most of the ingredients in here is pretty much the same, and it's also safe. And that's what we want. The only thing that I have research on is called methylisothiazolinone. That ingredient's there. I know I can't pronounce it, but that ingredient right there, I've tried. Trust me. That ingredient right there, actually, it's abbreviated as MI, and it's known to irritate skins. So that's the only probably sensitive people would be, they would have to stay away from. Now, the reason why, for the longest time, I don't want to say the name because YouTube doesn't like it, is sodium Laureth sulfate. A lot of people are staying away, a lot of manufacturers now are staying away from this ingredient because it's actually making skin blisters and people are allergic to this. So there's two ingredients in here that a lot of people are allergic to. It's sodium Laureth sulfate and methylisothiazolinone. Those are the two. That is a preservative. This one here is provide cleaning. It's actually provide cleaning and a little boosting. But the real boosting ingredient is right up here for this particular brand. Okay? This particular brand. And that's why it says 3 times cleaning power. Okay? So basically they add extra. Most of those ingredients, except for 2, which I don't like anyway, it's actually already in here. Now let's use this one because this is bubble bath. And remember, why are we using bubble bath? Bubble bath, you have to remember, kids' bubble bath is the safest, as far as I know, it's the safest ingredients for all of us, is because kids will lick their lips, kids will swallow them, so they stay away from ingredients that known to be irritate, which is sodium Laureth sulfate. So they didn't put that in here. Okay? And yes, I am allergic to this. Not allergic, but I would get a little bumps. Okay? And I'll get little tiny blister through here if I use this product. Although I can't say the name, it took me a long time to figure that this was the culprit. I was getting little tiny blisters on my finger, and I have to press it or squeeze it out, and then it'll stop itching, which I didn't know. So I went other venues, and I tried to get better stuff for me, to make it for me. And it happens to be cleaning very good. And I will show you an example afterward as well. So I'm gonna show you how to pour it, and then we're going to test it as well. So there's two things that we are going to do. Okay? So now we're going to, actually, before I go into that, I'm going to show you furthermore. If you look at the ingredients, you will see the first ingredients, so sodium lauryl sulfate, sodium chloride, cocamidopropyl betaine, glycerine, to the tetrasodium EDTA, which is, that's the stabilizer, and then the ingredients that I can't pronounce, which is too long, it's abbreviated as MI. We know, so we're gonna know as MI. But basic, most of the ingredients are there. Okay. Then we can go to dog shampoo. This is my dog shampoo. And look at it. Water, sodium lauryl sulfate, cocamide DEA, cocamidopropyl betaine. So now you see the same ingredients again, and then into stabilizer, MI, preservative, MI. They also add citric acid in here. Citric acid is pretty good. Citric acid actually helps to clean too. So you can see basically almost the same ingredients. Then my shampoo. You will see ingredients right there. Water, sodium lauryl sulfate, cocoa betaine, sodium chloride, blah blah blah. It's pretty much the same. It's really small, but it's there. Okay. Then we are going to, I'm going to show you other, like for instance, dish soap. Okay, and you're going to see a lot of them because now they're getting cheaper. Sodium lauryl sulfate, sodium, I don't even know what that is. I believe that's a cleaning agent. Chloride, polymer, sodium EDTA, preservative, and colorant. But this is for laundry. So even laundry, they're going to sodium Laureth sulfate. That's the main ingredients in everything now, because they would make them liquidy. Okay, so then so now we know that's our main ingredients, and then everything else is just an extra. The problem is, why are we using this? It's because they add extra to this. So it's like, look how liquidy it is. Extra liquidy. So now we got everything away. Now we know the main ingredients. We're just going to go to the mixing part. And you would have to calculate this out. I got this all at the dollar store. No, I'm not sponsoring by them or anything like that. I make not even a penny okay? It's just I am finding my ways to duplicate something that we pay an obscene amount of money for. This is $10. This is all for $5. $10, I can make twice this amount. So literally, it's close to 3.5 gallon for $10. Versus 75 ounce. Can you imagine? 75 ounce out in there for $10. Why I can make 3.5 gallon for $10. Okay, now we got everything through, and you understand a lot of stuff. Besides, you know, regular stuff here, we're going to concentrate on this. So, all you really need, it's a pretty, you know, a small funnel, a glass, so we know where they are or whatever we need to take out, and you would just have to take 10%. This happens to be 50 ounces. Okay? So my formula is 10%, so I just have to take about 5 ounces. If that was 100, it would be 10. Get it? So, I just have to, oops, I'm out of camera. Ooh. I just have to do this. Take this out, 5%. And then I take this out. That's it. And I just have to replace it. Okay. Now I just have to open this up and replace my 5%. And it's easy as that. I'll just pour it in here. This is 8, 9. Let's make sure you have to get a little bit more. You don't have to be perfect. And we know what a line is. Ooh, bubbles. Now we just have to replace that to about here, because that's where the line was. They put 50 mil in there. They gave us a little extra room in there. So we know where's that. Ooh, bubble coming. I have to pop that. We also made a mess. So basically, if you want to spend $6 to make your, because this here is 20 ounce. This bottle here is 20 ounce. So you can make 5 of these bottles. Like I said, all you have to do is calculate your 20% and you're good. Do you need extra? Sometimes no. Does it help with extra? No, because then you're going to change the chemical on that. My calculation, I think it's pretty close, but you can do whatever. If you want extra suds, you can put it in there. But remember, you're going to change the chemicals in there. Okay? I actually already filled that ahead of time already. And I actually made another one, which is not part of this video. I made one earlier. I did spend $6, but because I wanted to fill all my stuff there. I was testing it out, that's why. Of course, when you do something, you have to test it out before you make the video. But anyway, I'm just going to slow right there. I'll just pour that last because you don't really need to see that on video. So now we're all set. So let's say you have already mixed their stuff. Let me put this aside. I'll deal with that later. I'll add some more later for that one. And I'll put it in a separate jar. Just like I said, just calculate your 10%. That's it. That's all you have to do. And now we are done. So now this is just regular, okay? If you want extra cleaning, okay? A lot of people like extra cleaning, or they think that grease, blah, blah, blah. You want to add cleaning vinegar. The reason why we don't use straight vinegar, because cleaning vinegar, they tend to put citrus oil in there, and there's alcohol, something right here. That's actually a cleaning thing. And acetic acid, that is the that's part of vinegar, but they only put less. I believe they put like 5% in there. I'm not sure on that on this particular brand, but that's what they do. They took the acetic acid right there, and then they added to the 10%, the 5% into to make cleaning vinegar, because we don't want the full vinegar. Do you know what I mean? Or 10% of it, or whatever. Some so it's like 60, 80%. I see. So it's dependent on who does it, who makes it, blah blah blah. But like I said, if you want to, I actually made that earlier, and this is vinegar. This here have vinegar in them, and I made a little sticker for that. Since we already know, oh, I forgot. All you have to do is shake this up before I move on to the cleaning. You want to mix it a little bit because you want the agent to go through the mixing. So stand here for a little bit, just a few minutes each, and just mix it. Okay? So make sure they all go into its thing to mix. Just mix it, leave it aside, and then do it again on the next bottle. Okay? Mix it well. I'm gonna do it after making the video. I'm gonna do it a little bit extra, just to make sure that I mix it well. Okay? So now we're done with those. I'll mix those two later. These I have mixed it way ahead of time for the video. This one, it's just regular. And this one, with vinegar. Now, you're going to see when you put vinegar into things, you're going to dilute it. Okay? So, we're going to test it out, though. Our formula. Okay? So, this is with just regular, with my special ingredient. And this is with vinegar. And I have put 10% of the clean vinegar as well. So I put 5 ounces of this plus 5 ounces of my special ingredients. That's 10% total to make something like this. Okay, if you look at it, you can see just a little lighter. This one's a little lighter than this one. Okay, so now we're going to move to the sink. And yes, I have prepped it ready ahead of time for you. Okay, this is without, and this is with vinegar. Okay, now I have put in 1 tablespoon of oil into plastic. This one is gonna clean without. We're gonna clean with vinegar, and we're gonna clean without vinegar. And then we're gonna see which one works better. Okay? And I also have oil in here as well. Okay? We all know, you and I would all know, we hate oil. The worst one of them all that I've known is corn oil. But here's the thing. I love corn oil. But I hate washing them. Because I don't know what it is. They tend to stick things a lot more. And that's why I hate them. But because I hate them, I have to clean it. And that's the best subject to play with. Or to test with. 100% corn oil. So, I put them all in. I'm going to grease all around here. Okay, this is just regular oil. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one here. Now cooking oil is even worse. Once you start cooking, this is even worse. But I actually add extra to this. So that I'm just going to drain the rest out because I don't want all that stuff in there. Okay. So now we know it's saturated, and this one's going to be with vinegar, and this one's not going to be with vinegar. So let's start doing without vinegar first, and then we'll see our verdict. I have to wash my hand first, so I don't want to cut the camera. Actually, I'm just going to dry it. I want to dry my hand first, so I still got grease in my hand, okay? I want it to be fair. Now we're going to put this in here. 1 tablespoon, because I want the equivalent to that or whatever. Just dump it in there. That's without. And then we're going to do with vinegar. Let me shake this up. I don't know if I hope I shaked it well. I was doing it really quick. I hope I shaked it well. There we go. So now I'm going to turn the water on. And when you wash things, you want to add a little bit of water to that. What water does is it's going to release the agent, the cleaning agent, and it will help us. And look at all the suds. Okay, we get extra suds in there because that's just straight, and you can tell, look, more suds in here than that. And I didn't shake that too much. Okay, I'm gonna clean this because I use it to oil, and I can still feel some of it left. Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there because I have to clean it again. Now I'm just gonna clean this with, this is without vinegar, okay? Okay, so it did a pretty good job. You can hear squeakies. Okay, I'm gonna leave that aside. Now we're gonna go through this one first. I'm just gonna ladder around. Then I'm gonna add a little water to it. And I have to clean underneath. I can tell you vinegar makes white. It turns the water to white, or the soap to white. It's no longer clear. You can see it. Okay. Suds pretty much, I think it's the same. Not too different. Now let's clean this off. Sounds the same. Feels the same. Okay, so with vinegar, it's still pretty much the same. Without vinegar, with vinegar, without vinegar. If I have to choose, they're pretty much comparable. There's still a little bit left down here, but this seems to be a lot better. That's without. There's still some left in here. Let me be a little bit fair. Maybe I didn't scrub down there. Let me go through like this first. Add a little water. Maybe I didn't scrub down there. I didn't really like the vinegar too much, but okay. Let's try it again. Yeah, maybe I didn't scrub it down there. Okay, let me try one more time. Maybe I didn't scrub it down there. Maybe I was doing too fast. Hey. Okay, I have to be fair on this. What do we do around here? The water stay clear though. It doesn't turn. It's still green, you see that? And it does bubble more. Somehow the vinegar stopped bubbling. This have more bubbles. Okay. Let's clean this out. It's pretty much the same. Rinse them both. Okay. Without. With. Okay. So my camera ran out of time there because it has a limit, but let me give you my final thoughts with vinegar and without my vinegar. I think it's the same, but underwater, without making more noises, with vinegar, it feels really weird. It does make the same noise, but it does grab more. And so does this. So it didn't really make any difference. I think just a little bit. Just a little bit. So my final thing, does vinegar needed to be added in here? No. I don't think you do. I think you can just go without it. To keep your costs down, to keep things down, whatever, you probably can save your vinegar for cleaning something else. But as far as in water-wise, I know, look, the sticker just fell off. That's a sticker one. As far as I know with vinegar, it didn't make any difference on that. I think both of them the same. Either way. And I'm messing this up because I'm just scratching it too much or something. I have to wash a little bit down here, but I like it without because it actually makes more suds. Maybe it's just my brain. I don't know. But it seems that it has make more suds without vinegar. Somehow, like the vinegar neutralized the suds. See? Look, I'm gonna make extra. I want to work a little bit extra. And still, I don't make the suds. This one makes a lot of suds. This one doesn't. It turns white. This one stays clear. So, my verdict, if you want less suds, which not a lot of people like, then just add vinegar to it. If you want to see that suds, to fool your brain or whatever, don't add vinegar to it. The reason why I'm doing this is because I saw a video and they said to add vinegar to your soap, to any soap, to make it to clean better. Maybe because they like that feeling. But for me, I find it more suds without it. Because this one, it doesn't. But the cleaning comes out the same way. This is with vinegar. From my point of view, since testing the same stuff, let me rinse that off a little bit. From my point of view, it seems like it's the same. It didn't really change anything. Because it makes the same squeaky noise. And that's the one with the vinegar. This one without. And the reason why I chose plastic is because plastic is the worst enemy for oil. Funny as that. Feels the same to me. It didn't change anything. Didn't change anything, to be honest. I just put it on here, and I probably took some oil, some detergent there, but it didn't really make anything. It feels a little tighter with vinegar, but at the same time, I don't feel anything different, and it's still tight on here. So, my conclusion to this, I guess, save your vinegar for your other projects. Don't waste it. Just do without and save a little bit extra money as well. Your cleaning vinegar, you can use that for other stuff, for cleaning and stuff, rather than put it in here. So that's my conclusion to that. For me, I'm gonna stay without vinegar. There's no need. Just 5%. 5% of my magic formula. I'm gonna call it my magic formula from now on. But anyway, other than that, that's about it. I hope you find this video helpful. And I hope that you would go and just try to get some yourself. And these work from the dollar store. They're putting out a lot of them now, and I actually like the green one. Maybe just me, but I like the green one. But other than that, I guess that's about it on the video. And I hope if you see this video, give it a try, because it's gonna save you a lot of money now. And then when you wash dishes and you wash things, you no longer feel guilty either, because you're not wasting. And that would also is help you to wash dishes, because now, like, I actually no longer have that problem. I actually love washing dishes now, and I'll have that video right here if you need it, because going through all this right here, it changed something in me. So I love washing dishes now. I know, crazy, huh? But maybe it changed something for you too. Because you learn the value of it. You learn that you're not wasting anymore. I think from my point of view, because I no longer feel like I'm wasting soap, now I can wash. I can wash whatever without worrying. I think that's what my problem was. My problem is that the super expensive soap, okay, I can't say the name, the super expensive soap make me not to wash dishes. Yup. I believe that was my problem. But now, because I don't feel like I wasted no more, I'm no longer wasting. I got 1.7, I believe. Yeah. A little bit over 1.7 gallon for $5. It would be an equivalent to $10. It's 3.5, close to 3.5, 3.5 gallon for $10. While you're going to pay 75 ounce for $10. So that's why I no longer feel the way I feel. Maybe, probably going to change the same way with you. And I hope it does. Because it helps me a lot now. I no longer have that problem. Like I said, I love washing dishes because I feel like I no longer wasting them, and I will no longer going to buy big brand name again, because now I know how to do it to make it so it'll clean better. Because when you buy these, they trying to cheat you out a little bit because they have to make profit. Well, there's a way, and you can actually get sodium lauryl sulfate straight too. They actually sell you just for that, and then you can make your own or whatever. So literally, you can make your own by going another route. Maybe I'll do that in another video. But anyway, I hope I'm gonna end this video because it's getting too long. I hope you learned something from this video, and I hope you learned something, and then you would go and just not only would help you to save money, but it will help your head to change certain things. Because like I stated before, going through this journey, it helps to change a lot of things from me. Because like I said, I no longer feel like I'm wasting. So now I got so much soap, I don't know what to do with them. I just wash. But anyway, I hope this video is helpful, and I hope you would save a lot of money, and I will see you in the next video.